with a view to a permanent signing. Peter Thorne took his place in attack alongside Wayne Allison. McMahon's other loan signing, Steve Cow, a young striker with Aston Villa, was on the bench. We joined commentator Jed Pittman in the first half.
This is Allen. There's got O'Sullivan and Allison in support. Chooses the latter. 1-2 not quite working out though. Priest. O'Sullivan. Waiting in the middle. One of those is Allison. And he hacked only half clear. Bodin. Allison. The possibility of just a push in the back. No real claims for a penalty though. Allen. To Priest. What a cracking effort it was from the debutant. He also then gets back to win possession once more. Cracking ball that is, it finds Allen. To Allison, and Allison will make it 1-0. And Swindon deservedly ahead. Allen, not surprisingly, the supplier. And Allison had all the time in the world. They've done everything down the right so far. Allison time to chest it down. Defenders nowhere in sight. And that's a bit of a gift. This is Bodin. Kick towards the back post for Thorne. 2-0. And Swindon Town on fire in the early stages. Thorne with an excellent header, his 8th goal of the season. And how many are Swindon Town going to score this afternoon, given this absolutely fabulous start? Look on this from Morrison. Clearance from Bodin. Route 1 stuff. Good chest down though by Allison. And Allen's in support. He's found now. Might well go alone, indeed he is. A good save from John Sheffield, the former Swindon keeper. Not had the best of returns so far. Priest with the free kick. Might fall for Thorne. Oh, that's a wonderful save. John Sheffield again. There's a couple of ricochets. Thorne onto it like an absolute flash. The keeper did well. The left back's had an absolute nightmare against Allen so far, and indeed Robinson. It's a good looking ball. In the end, just slightly unlucky not to find Peter Thorne at the far post. Robinson. So continue to attack down their right hand side. This is Robinson. Good looking ball too to Thorne. Well, Swindon continue to dominate. This really has been a superb display. No sign of the recent nerves they've had at home. And Thorne so close to making it 3. Thorne. Allison. Allen. He's been electrifying so far today. Might fall for Horlock. And a good effort from Kevin Horlock. Scored some good goals so far this season. And this not a million miles away either. That's it for Morrison. And Morrison should have done a good deal better right on half-time. From Taylor, and Thorne onto it like a flash. Peter Thorne. And Sheffield's there to deny him. And really showed a lot of strength, Peter Thorne. Broad shoulders, getting there first until the Peterborough goalkeeper came out to deny him. Ambitious overhead kick from Charlery. This is Williams. Might fall for Morrison. Well, that's his second chance so far. Allen with the ball. Good 1-2 to Horlock. Now here's Cow. And Cow's got a good chance. In the end, spooned it some way over. And just on as a substitute, the on-loan signing. And the shot in the air proving it's not been such a good week for Cows. Horlock spreading it wide to Bowden. It's Culverhouse. Horlock again. And again. Ling. Industrious work from him. This is Bowden. And Priest. Oh, what a marvellous ball that is from David Priest. This is Allen, they're queuing up in the centre. He chooses Allison. And Allison will be a little disappointed, I'm sure. Scored his 17th goal of the season earlier on. And he, from this range, would have fancied making it 18. In the end, just a few inches wide. Now, searching for some support that comes in the form of Allen. Now waits in the middle. This is Bowden. Another bad effort from the former Swindon skipper. They're all queuing up for Allen's ball. And in fact, he's hit the crossbar. Well, I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but the keeper's certainly well beaten. And Allen unlucky. Charlery. That's not a bad ball either to Grazioli. Grazioli, in the end, just a few inches wide of the target.
It looks like you've been playing here for quite some time, the way you started.
I knew I'd fit in. I come Tuesday, saw them Tuesday night. They play football, and I think I'm a footballer. I brought on football, and anybody could fit in that side if they play football. And there's 10 good players out there, and more on the sideline. And yeah, I enjoyed it today.
There's been one or two slip-ups recently. From the way you've seen them play today, you'd expect them now to still be in the top two.
I can see them possibly, hopefully, winning the championship. They have good football inside. You can have your slip-ups. You can't win every game, and like I said, there's enough ability here to hopefully go on and win it.
It's really important for us to get a good result today with such a bad performance on Tuesday. You know, the lads have come out here really positive and got a great result.
Well, Mark, first of all, I mean, after a result in midweek which must have hurt Swindon Town, they've come back and certainly turned it on yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I bet McMahon was peeling the paint on the walls of the dressing room at the Manor Ground on Tuesday night after that defeat. But they came back in the right possible way, and it was down to the Paul Allen show. It was a great cross here, loads of time and space in which to create the cross, but super cross. It had the defenders in two minds. Well, I think the centre-back didn't really know what to do, whether to attack it or not, and Allison, after a good first touch, stuck it in the back of the net. But again, it's here, and you know, even so simply, he makes Bowden, Allen, he makes him cross the ball. It's a super header by Thorne because he's always going away from the goal. He has to twist his head, and he must have really strong neck muscles to get that in the top corner. The goalkeeper never thought it was going to go in the goal.
You mentioned Paul Allen there. He was head and shoulders above everyone else on the field, really, wasn't he, yesterday?
He's had one of those days, and it's been a great signing when you think of it, a free transfer, and his role with Robinson down the right-hand side has been outstanding. Here we see him again, and the thing which, you know, he's always prepared to run at defenders, always committing people, and especially in this league. He thought he was going to get himself on the team, on the score sheet, wasn't he? Good save by Sheffield in the goal. But I think just his experience, he knows when to pass it, when to go past people. And here, really, I mean, the left-back will be having nightmares about this. He was just sucking him in. He was, like, taking the absolute Michael out of him. I think it's Robinson's cross which clips the top of the crossbar. But together, I mean, the left-back, down the left-hand side of Peterborough's left-hand side, they had no idea what was coming. Great ball by Priest, what a difference he made also. Again, Allen, and he just got so much time. He always picked people out in this position. Unfortunately, Wayne got too much of a head on that.
There's the old saying in football, you need the right blend of experience and youth, but Steve McMahon's really got that right. He's got David Priest in, and he's got people like Thorne as well, who are young, upcoming players. Yeah,
and I think the signing of Priest as well. Priest has always been a passer. He always likes to get the ball down, and he's basically a duplicate of McMahon, who's not fit at the moment. All right, he's left foot, McMahon's right, but still the same kind of player. Will always pick people out, always pass a ball, even if he's under pressure, which in this division, teams can't cope.
Was perhaps that defeat at Oxford quite a useful reminder to Swindon that they can't afford to take their foot off the pedal?
I think it was just a proverbial kick up the backside after going so well, and of course the home form hasn't been great of late, and then it came at the best time. It's like the next game was at home, and I said, I'm sure McMahon said to him, listen, you know, final run-in, let's make sure we start today against Peterborough. And the thing about yesterday, they could have won far more comfortably, and they played some good football in getting the win.
Well, before we leave for it, his 82nd birthday by leading out the team, and then he enjoyed a kick around in the centre circle. He says his favourite current player is skipper Sean Taylor. Well, Mark, what do you make of that?
Well, at first when I saw it, I thought it might have actually been Steve McMahon on his comeback, but he hasn't got any boots. And then, of course, it struck me after seeing it twice. It was actually Roger Malone. I wondered where he'd been all those years. There's old Roger.
Oh, now you mention it, actually.
He moved a bit like Roger at the moment.
It's the same action, isn't it?
I didn't realise he wore glasses, though. That was the problem.